Hey everyone, so please excuse the hair, but we're going to do a tutorial today, so I can't have my hair like hanging in my face while I'm doing it. So I'm going to do a tutorial using one of the new MAC Big Bounce eyeshadows. And the one that I got is called Count Your Assets. It's beautiful purple. And first, let me tell you what I'm wearing for products so far. I gave my husband my Guerlain primer bottle and he got out his toolbox and removed the apparatus on the top for me. And so I can get, a little bit left of that. So I've got my Guerlain Meteorites primer on. And then I've got Makeup Forever HD foundation, Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I've got the MAC Magically Liquid cooling powder on in Truth and Light, and MAC is re-promoting this product. It's now part of the permanent line. That collection came out yesterday. It's 3 powders. Truth and Light is the one I have, which is a light powder that reflects pink and silver. And let's see if I can show this to you without yeah, I don't want this to go everywhere. But it's a very weird product. It's got liquid in it. And when you put it on, you can feel like the liquid in the powder, but it sets like a regular powder. And it is a good powder for somebody like me who has dry skin, but I don't know, it's just, there's something really weird about having liquid in the powder. I don't really use this that often. I got this one when it came out with the Venomous Villains collection. So, I don't know. It's a good product. I just can't get past the strange sensation when you're putting it on. But it might be nice for summer. I don't know. We'll see, because I bought that, I think that was wintertime that collection came out. But anyways, I have that on. And then my Eyeko Cream highlighter right across the top. Maybelline Definer Brow on my brows. Sleek blush in Pixie Pink. And yes, I used the new e.l.f. Studio powder brush. I used it to put on my blush. Love it. Love it, love it. I can't believe this was only $3. No wonder people rave about this. I guess it's bye-bye to the MAC 109 brush, which is what I used to use for blush, because I never really made out that good with that brush anyway. And of all my MAC brushes, that is the only one that does shed. So I'm not going to miss that at all. I'm definitely going to use this every day to put on my blush. And I would have used it for the powder too, but with the Magically Cool liquid powders, because it's a liquid, you have to use a special kind of brush to apply that. I use the, I haven't washed my brushes yet. I use the Bare Essentials or Bare Minerals brush that comes with the hydrating. They also have a powder that's got liquid in it, so I use the one that came with that. Because what you want to make sure that you do when you use that powder is use a brush that is completely 100% synthetic. Otherwise, the water from the powder is going to get in your brush hairs and it's all going to cake up and be a big mess. And it's funny because they don't tell you that when you buy that powder at MAC. They didn't even promote a special brush with it when it came out with Venomous Villains. Anyway, that's completely off topic. On with the tutorial. Oh, did I finish telling you all my products? No, I didn't. On my lips is Lime Crime lipstick in Countessa Fluorescent. Looks like that. And I also used the lip gloss that I got yesterday that I showed you. Revlon Colorburst lip gloss in Hot Pink. Love it, especially love it over the Lime Crime lipstick. That's a real good pairing. And on my nails is Orly Bonder as a base coat. 1 coat of Essence Coloring Go in Ultimate Pink. I can't believe these are only 99 cents. They go on so nice. You don't get a heck of a lot of product. It's only like as big as my pinky finger, but what do you want for 99 cents? But these are at Ulta, and they come in a lot of pretty colors. Then I put the Sally Hansen HD Polish and LCD over it. Oh my god, you guys. This is the other one that I got the same day that I got the DVD one that I was raving about, and I don't know which one I like better. I really like this one too, and from what I've been told, they're all beautiful. And then I put some Seche Vite just to make it dry faster, and this is the end result. Hopefully you can see all the little nuances and shimmer and the HD effect and so on and so forth. But oh my god, I love it. Okay, so now to the issue at hand. MAC Big Bounce eyeshadows. Some things that you need to know about this is they are not meant to be used on their own. It's a cream eyeshadow, but you can't just slap it on and go. That being said, you know, this may not be something that you're interested in. I'm always looking to try new things, so that didn't faze me. You must use a base under it, and you have to set it with a powder, okay? So, why would you want to buy one of these? I'll tell you why. Because if you have some eyeshadows that are not that pigmented, but you like the color, and you need a colored base to go under it to be able to use it, this is probably a good solution for that. So I looked at the one that I bought, which is Count Your Assets, and let me take the little plastic protective cover off of it. Looks like that. Beautiful, beautiful purple. I looked at that and I said to myself, okay, what eyeshadow do I have that needs help? You know, needs a colored base under it, isn't that pigmented, but yet really like the color. The answer? Milani Baked Eyeshadow in Purrfect Purple. I haven't had this all that long, and I used it once and have not used it again because I didn't have the right colored base to use under it, or if I do, you know, I've forgotten about it. This is a beautiful eyeshadow, but it's really not that pigmented. So this is going to be a good way to be able to use this eyeshadow and not have it go to waste. Don't get me wrong, I love Milani. Milani makes fantastic eyeliners, blushes. They have some really great products, but unfortunately their eyeshadows are not that pigmented. So let's get started. What I'm going to use as a base is a MAC paint pot because they go on wet, but they dry to a powder finish. If I was to use a wet base, like say Urban Decay Primer Potion, and then put the MAC Cream eyeshadow on top of that, not sure how that would work out. So I think this is probably my best bet, and I'm going to use my new MAC 242 brush, not to apply the paint pot, but I am going to use this with the Big Bounce eyeshadow. I'm just going to use my fingers actually to put on the Painterly paint pot. And you don't want to go crazy using a lot of base because we're going to have so many layers going on that if you have too much of any one thing, you're just going to end up with a big gloppy mess. So let's just put just a thin layer of paint pot on. And I'm going to put it mainly on the lid and just a hair into the crease. Okay? Just, you know, blend it out a little bit. You want to get enough on there for a base, but not so much that it's going to be too thick and be a problem for the shadow. And obviously I'm not going to be able to tell you about the wear time of this look because you know, I'll have to wait and see at the end of the day how it held up, and I'll let you know though for sure in a future video. I'll try to remember to let you know on Monday. Okay, so now we're just going to go in with our Big Bounce eyeshadow, and stuff is very concentrated, which you may have noticed when I did the swatch yesterday. So just use a tiny, tiny little bit, and you want to use a patting motion to apply it. Now see, I put hardly anything on my brush, and it was plenty. Wow, that is really pretty. It's such a shame that you can't use these just on their own, because that is really pretty. But from what I have read in reviews and so forth, you can't, because it's just not gonna hold up. By the end of, after a few hours, it's gonna start melting and moving, so you just can't do it. It's just not meant to be used that way. And the makeup artist at MAC even told me, that you have to use a base, you have to set it with a powder, and she recommended a paint or a paint pot for the base. See, now I'm already seeing, like in the crease area, where it's like starting to do weird things in the crease there. But hopefully I'll be able to fix that with a little bit of shadow. Or it'll, straighten out once I get the shadow over it, I should say. Okay, now I'm going to switch brushes. And I'm going to switch to the 239 brush, which is basically the same brush that I just showed you, the 242, except the bristles are made out of different material. So the 242 is good for liquids and creams, and the 239 is good for powders. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to put some of my Milani eyeshadow on my 239 brush. Oh, pretty. So they need each other, the paint, I was going to say paint pot. The Big Bounce eyeshadow needs the powder eyeshadow and vice versa. Because alone, they don't work. But considering the price of these, I think it would just cost too much for me to go out and buy one of these Big Bounces for all the Milani eyeshadows that I have. It would just be too expensive. But it would be, if money is not an object, then it would be a way to be able to use them, because I don't know, I just think that would be an awful lot of money. Oh, I really like the end result. And I'll bring the camera in closer so you can see when I'm done. Love this color. Been really into purple lately. Purple, blue, pink. Okay, now I'm going to take a 217 brush, and I'm just going to blend out the edges just so that there aren't any harsh lines. And I'm not going to do any kind of crease color, outer corner color. I don't want this to be a complicated look. I think it's really pretty just on its own. So I'm just going to go along the crease here and just smooth out the edges of this. Okay. And now I'm going to take MAC Designer Purple Pearlglide Intense Eyeliner. And I'm just going to use this as my eyeliner. And let's see. This has glitter in it, so it's not safe for the waterline. So I'm just going to go like right along the lash line. And these are intense, so you don't need much. Oh no, my left eye wants to start tearing up. Yeah, you have to have a light hand with these pencils, otherwise it can really overwhelm the look. I love them though. It's too bad they don't have them in their permanent line, but when this collection came out, I was like, yes, and it was a huge investment, but I bought them in every single color because I knew it could be years and years before we saw them again. I hate that about MAC. I'm going to use L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes Mascara today. No particular reason, it just happened to be the one that I grabbed. It's not a bad mascara. It's not the greatest one I've ever used, but it's not bad either. I give it a B. Of course, it's still fairly new too, and I love mascaras when they're brand new and they're really wet. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but I do. I think that's when you get like that really nice jet black dramatic lash. And plus you can really just keep going over it and over it when it's really wet. And this doesn't clump or anything. Okay, so I think that's it. Yep, that is it. I'm going to bring the camera in so you can see the finished look, and that's it. Okay, you guys, I hope that was helpful, and I will let you know about the wear time on this and how I made out with that, probably in Monday's video. And if I don't remember for some reason, don't be afraid to ask me in the comment section, and I'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.